Hello everybody, it's Conti here with another video. How to use the snapping tool in the Cut tab and Edit tab of DaVinci Resolve 16.1.2. Inside my Cut window in DaVinci Resolve, my current project file comprises of edits in two individual video tracks, 1 and 2. The snapping tool is currently active. We can tell this because it is highlighted in white, as we can see with the red playhead position at the end of the edit on track 1. This particular track lasts for 5 seconds, according to the duration reader just below the video preview. Using my mouse, if I left click, hold my mouse button down on the edit on video track 2 and drag this 1 second ahead of the edit on video track 1, at the 6-second mark, I will let go of my mouse button here. We can see a 1 second gap appearing in between the original edit on video track 1 and the edit which was moved down from video track 2. What I want to do now is to bring these two edits closer by dragging the second edit, the one furthest down the timeline, closest to the first one, and connect these two together. If I left click, hold my mouse button down on this second edit and drag this towards the first edit on the left, the red playhead above my timeline represents the start of the second edit here. We can see that just before this touches the end of the first edit, a white bar appears on the middle timeline in my cut window. If I let go of my left mouse button here, a connection between the two edits is made. However, if I let go of my left mouse button at a distance away from the first edit, where the white bar does not appear on my timeline, a gap still exists between the two edits on my cut window. What the snapping tool does when it is active is that it enables an automatic connection of individual edits on a timeline, even when the two edits are at a slight distance from one another. This will ensure that there are no blank parts in your final video. However, if I left click on the snapping tool to deactivate this, we can tell that snapping is deactivated now because the snapping logo no longer appears in white. If I now use my mouse to drag the second edit closer to the first one, a white bar does not appear at the end of the first edit like it did when the snapping tool was activated. There is a slight gap which appears between the first and second edits currently. If I let go of my left mouse button, we have a minor gap which appears between edit 1 and edit 2. We can also tell that this is a blank section from the blank video preview above the timeline. If I now go to my edits window in DaVinci Resolve by left clicking on the tab once at the bottom of my screen here, a similar function can be found underneath the video preview in this section. With the snapping tool deactivated here, we can left click on the video edit and reposition this on the timeline, without this being automatically connected to the end of a neighbouring edit on the timeline, such as the first one on the left side here. However, if I go to activate my snapping tool, left click once, or use N on your keyboard as a shortcut, and drag the second edit towards the first edit once more, we can see that the second edit makes a jump towards the first edit to make a connection, once in close proximity. If I let go of my left mouse button now, and drag my red playhead to the point between the two edits on my timeline, by left clicking, holding my mouse button down on the red playhead and dragging this to the left, we can see on the video preview here above the timeline that no blank space exists between the two edits. Having the snapping tool deactivated gives the video editor in DaVinci Resolve more flexibility in terms of where they can move their edits, particularly if the location is one where this should not connect up automatically to a neighbouring edit on the timeline. Bear in mind if one edit is dragged too far across another edit with the snapping tool deactivated, we can see that the first edit has been trimmed down significantly due to the movement of the second edit here. With the snapping tool activated, on the other hand, this problem can be avoided. Although one edit can still overwrite an existing one if you drag your mouse cursor too far here, such as in this example. Having the snapping tool activated ensures that the edit is frozen in a position once it is connected to a neighbouring edit. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that video was useful to you. If you enjoyed the content and wish to be notified about future uploads on this channel, please like and subscribe. Join me soon for another video. Take care.